Welcome to the American Outdoorsman. Today's hunt takes place on a small piece of farming property near Rushville, Illinois. On the bank of the Illinois River lies this grain farming community, offering a great whitetail habitat on infrequently hunted lands. Today, Pro Staff member Steve Bailey will hunt the area with his good friend and cameraman Gene Price from Trophy Rock. This week, Steve and Gene will offer some great tips and put several hunting techniques to the test as they try to draw in their whitetail buck. To top the show off, we'll join Pro Staff member Mike Cherner as he hunts for his own buck on a private parcel of Missouri land. So stay tuned, there'll be more action to come right after this. Welcome back. As Steve Bailey prepares his drag line with VS1 deer scent, his anticipation is high as he inspects the area referred to by friends as the duck hole. Steve hopes this sparsely hunted, privately owned land will bring him luck today as he gets into his tree stand.
This is a monster. Yeah. Gotta be one of those big boys they've been telling me about in the area. Look how long the tines are. You can see where he's hit his eye guards right in here, and then the tines have hit up in this area here. These are eye guard scrapes here. Wow.
This is my first evening in the stand. But right now we got turkeys in the field, a couple yearling deer, so we're gonna get settled in. They'll be back. Just don't go away. Two does in the edge of the field. Okay, I got these does.
As the guys watch some does in front of their stand, another interested party approaches from behind.
That was a really nice 8-pointer. It's about 130, kind of heavy, decent tine length. We was trying to pull him over for a closer look. But this is my first day in Illinois, so I don't think we'd have took him anyway. He sure was pretty though. He was snort wheezing right over there. I don't know if you could hear it or not. We tried a little snort wheeze back. He's not gonna leave that doe. We got about 15 minutes left. Well, we're back in the stand we was in yesterday afternoon. We tried to hunt this morning, but the wind literally nearly blew us out of the tree. We couldn't even get in the tree, actually. So we're going to pull our Pro hood up tight. We got some VS1 on a couple different dragger rags, doubling up the scent, trying to get as much down that direction as possible. We've even got our feeder doe decoy right here in the shooting lane, so that if we get some deer moving up through here towards the lane or further out in the field, I can call to them. It gives them something to look at. I don't want to block the edge of the field where I know they're already traveling. So we're going to get set, we're going to get tight, we're going to move around very little and try to keep our scent held in to the scent log and not give it a chance to get worked out. And hopefully we can beat the wind right here. So we're going to set tight, give it a try, see what happens.
Over the light wind, Steve hears something rustling in the distance. As he glasses the area in front of his stand, the source of the noise is nowhere to be found.
Steve, we got something walking behind us. There's something walking behind us. Back. Back right there. Shooter, there's a shooter right beside him. Follow on that. 2 bucks. There's 2 bucks. Watch the shooter.
We last left Steve with a shooter buck within range. Now we join him as he patiently waits for his shot.
Yeah, baby, yeah. A little bit back, but he's looking like he's cut good. Yes, whew. Man, I tell you what, this was pure luck right here. We've been sitting here in this stand with the wind. Actually, we was expecting these deer to come out of this hole right here. And these deer come from the back side. They actually followed us in, followed our drag rag right in. Perfect. Whew. Man, he turned just a little bit, then he stepped forward, and I got hung up in the tree, up against the tree right here, and I actually couldn't get any more forward on him than I did. Man, I seen a buck coming through, and I thought, that wasn't the buck I thought I seen. And then he come in behind. I said, oh, there's the one we saw right there. When we whacked him, we put a whack him right to him. Man, I think the little buck turned here and might have saw a little bit of the decoy. They was definitely going down here to check this scrape. They followed our VS1 drag rag right down the trail. We actually stuck in the woods to come to the stand instead of coming down the edge. And we got him. We're getting ready to get down. We're gonna give him about 30 minutes here, and we only got about 45 minutes to an hour of daylight. We're gonna give it about 30 to give us time.
Dusk falls quickly, and Steve's got to decide whether or not to wait until morning to recover his buck. He moves a little farther into the field when he hears something in the distance that makes his mind up for him. After some discussion, the guys decide to continue following the blood trail to see if they can track down the buck before the coyotes do. Despite the darkness, it's a good blood trail and easily followed with their lights. Remaining quiet as they move through the thick woody area, anticipation is mounting as the blood continues to show up brightly against the light. Finally, the blood trail stops.
There it is right there.
Dang, there's a buck.
Wait, let me get him on camera. Hold on.
All right, he's done. There he is. We got him. All right. Look what a nice buck. Whew, look at that kicker right there. Got a good 5-inch kicker. Got a 2-inch point right there on the base. I tell you what, how can you beat that? Man. Well, I'll tell you, we have had a wonderful time right here in Illinois. We've only been hunting a couple days. This morning, we couldn't even get in the stand for 40-mile-an-hour winds. So we opted to hang out and not hunt this morning. And, you know, we just hunted smart and not, you know, sometimes it's best to hunt smart, not hard. But I had confidence in my scent control, although we didn't need it for him because he came in on the back door and had no chance of smelling us. We actually had some other deer come out in the field that hung around for quite a while downwind. We also had a decoy set, and we made a marginal shot. We was going to leave the deer for a little while. So we ran into some coyotes in the field and was concerned about that, and we decided to pursue him, and sure enough, he made it just before the riverbank is right here, believe it or not, and he almost made it into the river. As you can see right there, I don't know if you can see it for sure, but there's water right there. I owe a special thanks to Mike Dyke and his son Keaton. This is a spot that they hunt a lot, and I'm not sure that it's not their spot. And folks, don't go away. We'll be right back with more of the American Outdoorsman.
Welcome back. We now join Mike Cherner in Missouri as he tries to cure a bad case of buck fever while hunting on private land. The fall leaves carpet the ground and offer a spectacular view of the surroundings. For Mike, there's never been a better time to enjoy the outdoors.
I'll tell you what, we've seen a lot of deer activity this morning. There's does going every which way, they're running all over. You know, I've passed a whole lot of deer this year thinking that I could get the big one again. You know, sometimes you get a little bit greedy, but we'll see how this goes.
The moment Mike looks to his left, he spots a doe wandering close by. It's clear she's attracting attention, as not long after, a couple of small bucks walk into view following her scent. Another buck walks right underneath Mike's stand. His heart rate quickens as he watches it pass by, and he glasses into the woods in hopes of spotting a larger buck.
I see antlers. Oh, there's a nice one coming over there. Real nice one. Man, my heart's beating. He's coming this way. He's coming this way. I'm gonna take him. Oh man, I shot a little far forward. Oh man, he's bleeding really good. I can see it. He's bleeding really good. I told you I was ate up with buck fever today. That's the first nice buck in a month and a half of hunting that's come back to my stand. I've had everything in the world happen to me. I've had guys sneaking in with no orange on during gun season hunting. I've had, oh my gosh, just a all kinds of weirdness happen. The winds have always swirled at night, or they've been doing something. I'll tell you what, I know from experience, you do not want to trail a buck like that right away. Chris is filming for me this morning. He and I are gonna go get some breakfast. I'm gonna worry about it for about 3 or 4 hours, and we're gonna come back in here. Okay, well, we're still trailing that buck. I tell you what, that was an interesting buck. I think I made a marginal shot on him, but I'll tell you what, the blood trail is phenomenal. I got high hopes of finding him. I mean, for instance, right here, he stopped right here. Can you see that? See all those bubbles in that? There is just a phenomenal amount of blood trail coming through here. So we're gonna keep trailing. If he goes much further, he's got to cross a little creek that's usually got about 5 or 6 foot of water. Normally to a deer, that's not a deterrent. To me, it may be. I'll have to go around, but let's go see where he went. There he is. There he is, right there. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. Oh, look at this. Chris, come here, come here. Oh, he's a unicorn. Look at that. Oh, my gosh. My first unicorn.
Cool.
Oh my gosh. Look at that bad boy. Oh, how cool is that? When I saw him this morning, I did not see this unicorn coming out of the top of his forehead. That is the coolest thing I have ever seen on a buck. Next to drop tines. I mean, I love drop tines. I love all kinds of non-typical stuff on their racks, but I'll tell you what, it's the last day of gun season. We've held out for a decent buck all of gun season, all of early bow season, and this is the first opportunity I've had to shoot a decent buck. He was trailing that doe, and first thing this morning, Chris got on him with the camera, and I'll tell you what, be really honest, I got the worst case of buck fever this morning. He's not the biggest buck I've ever shot, but he is one of the coolest. Saw him coming in, and normally I'll stop a deer before I shoot him. On this one, I don't know why I thought that I needed to aim just to the front side of the shoulder and shoot him. Luckily for me, it was a killing shot, and I learned from it. I won't ever do that again. I'll always stop the animals for the shot, and let's just say I'd rather be lucky than good. Tickled to death.
That's all the time we have for this week's show. We'd like to thank everyone who helped make these hunts so enjoyable. Steve Bailey and cameraman Gene Price. Mike Cherner with his cameraman Chris Dodal. And finally, we thank all of you for taking the time out of your day to watch our show. So long from all of us at the American Outdoorsman. For more information on today's program, you can visit our website at www.theamericanoutdoorsman.com.